That's restreaming now.
Looks good.
It's not complaining. It was the bandwidth. I don't think it was restream. I think it's purely just down to internet bandwidth.
Let's have a look. See how smooth my coastline moving is. Looks alright.
Looks alright actually, doesn't it? It doesn't look like we've dropped a third of the bandwidth.
I think it's I don't know whether it's the same as, you know, when you have music and you do VBR versus constant bit rate. I wonder if it's something like that, where you just ended up pumping it up. I don't know.
Could be.
But they always say 6,000 is the right answer, but don't need it.
Alright, so this is just said it dropped a frame, but I'm not going to put that down to change it to restream.
Oh, cool. It's good to know. You've got clouds that I ain't got.
Yeah, it's your weather system, it's your weather thing running.
It's supposed to be, yeah. It says it's clear.
Well, why have I got clouds then?
You're not special. Let's do live weather and see what the game thinks it is.
Mine actually says it's cloudy.
Alright.
Current conditions says OOMS, SEEB International. I assume that's where I am. That's where it thinks I
got OMFD, FJ.
And I got clouds.
Right.
That's what mine's showing.
If we turn the weather on in the plane, see what that says.
Weather engine status complete.
Oops. Alright, overspeeding, that's what that is. It's not the jet's overheating, it's the plane's overspeeding and protecting itself.
Have you caught me up yet?
I can't be far off, actually. Hard to tell. Well, if I turn traffic on, I should be able to see you, shouldn't I? Let's have a look. Whoop. Get over to the map thing. Yeah, that stream's good now.
Oh, I suppose that. Don't be greedy with your stream bit rate.
Yeah.
Right. I'm 150 nautical miles away from there. Going to have a flyover. I wonder if I can add procedures then. Let's get smart. Can I add procedures?
$191. Oh, suddenly gone cloudy. That's because you're lower, isn't it? So I'm above the clouds.
You'd still be able to see them though, surely.
Yeah, I can see just whiteness below me. I'll come down and through them shortly. It's actually saying they're called towering clouds. I'm on OOMS now, which is where you were, I think. I don't think the data centers are fine-tuned, finely spaced enough to make it really smoothly graduated. I'm coming down into the clouds, so I'll be with you shortly.
What runway are we landing at?
That's a really good question. Whichever one you fancy. Oh dear. Valenta has a really interesting flight plan on it.
Runway
And
6
you went.
or runway 24? Runway 6 would be easier. Oh. What's that done? It's bringing me on an approach vector by the look of it.
All right.
Heading out over the sea. I mean, that would make sense.
What's this runway do? Yeah, it does come in at 60 degrees or 24 to 240. 60 degrees is from the sea. And that's on runway 6.
Yeah. That's the one I'm saying I'm heading in on.
Right. You got 5,000 foot of asphalt.
5,000?
Yeah.
Setting my head
Funny
in.
enough, it looks as small as it was on the that scenery add-on.
Does it?
Yeah, it looks like one building with four places to park.
Is it actually 60 degrees the runway?
Yep.
It's runway 06, isn't it? So that's 60 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're going to turn out to the sea a little bit and then come in from there. You're actually quite away from the sea anyway, so.
Yeah. I always set my heading knob to the angle of the runway.
Yeah.
So that if I have to fly over, I know my way back, if that makes sense.
Yep. I've still got quite a way to go.
Oh, early morning tomorrow. 5 o'clock-ish.
Yeah, did that the other day. I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
And that's only to go somewhere that's an hour and a half away.
Yeah, mine was Birmingham. It was a little bit further. Not that bad though. It's quite an easy route. It's very stay on this road and then get off this road.
What are you doing?
I'll fast forward in a bit.
Oh, probably in front of me now.
I don't think I should have my wheels down. No, it's okay.
You're coming in for an approach.
I'm only 9 miles out now. That was a bit too close.
I'm still
I didn't want to do that.
128. That's the
No,
trouble,
right,
there's no
maybe
in the middle.
Yeah, maybe I'll go for a whiz round then. Let's have a look round. Do some scenery.
Descend and maintain flight level tree 60
Autopilot off. Autopilot. Yeah, that I don't know if you've got it yet, but that hijack is really quite good on the plane stuff. Literally
Hijack?
setting the autopilot and the heading bug and things like that. Is that actually part of the plot? It's quite neat. Whoever did it knows a little bit about at least flight sim.
What was he doing that with? I don't know. Sorry, I'm not with you on the train of thought here.
Oh right, sorry. So the plane gets hijacked. That's in the title.
Oh, the TV show.
Yeah, the
Idris.
TV show hijacked.
Sorry, I'm with you. I'm with you. Now I've fallen
sorry.
in.
Other people would have been lost as well.
Sorry.
So yeah, the Idris Elba Apple TV show.
Yeah.
Is it's about hijack because it's in the title.
But it's about them fighting back though, isn't it? And actually taking control.
Not entirely.
Well, that's what it looks like from the clips.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of misleads you a little bit, isn't it? And then it might do later on, but I haven't got that far. But the interesting thing is the films, the TV's quite good, the program's quite good, but it's actually the accuracy of the flight stuff.
Right.
Is really spot on for what we know about it anyway. So things like setting one of the key points in the second episode is setting the heading bug.
Yeah.
Slight, and it could have been in another program. It could have been any button. They were going, "Oh, we've done this," and then no, they've actually pressed the right button.
Yeah.
Which is quite good. And the ATC is doing all right things as well. I think the building the ATC is some special futurism one, but apart from that, looks like it's a DJ set.
Yeah.
You know, like when they go to the nerve centre in James Bond or whatever, and it's got the world's most best UI for no apparent reason. It's kind of a bit like that, but hey, it's not bad actually. It's quite well done and nicely balanced as well. Some of the people that you'd instantly think are the bad guys aren't, which is cool. Well, no, the papers would make you think they're the bad guys. It's all right, worth a watch. Worth a watch.
So when I was away for the weekend, during one of the afternoon snoozes that we had,
You were forced to have.
yeah, it was all right. I didn't mind having a little snooze in the afternoon. I sat and watched movies. James Bond movie was on, and it was
Yeah.
who was it? It was Pierce Brosnan. Can't remember which one it was, but it was the one where he's got the ice building.
Right.
And the blue screen special effects are awful, and the whole movie is all innuendo. The whole movie is all innuendo.
Nod to the original Roger Moore style.
But I don't even think Roger Moore. Every word of dialogue to every woman in the show was innuendo.
Pretty close. It was pretty close. When he had his African outfit on, it was funny from that point of view. But to the point where Soma FM, one of the channels I listen on there, is called. It's about spies basically, and it's all every now and again they cut in with a Roger Moore quote.
Yeah.
It's quite funny because they just go like from some lounge music and they go, "Oh, I really wouldn't put it there," and then they go on to the next one. So, yeah, he was all right then. I think all the Bonds haven't been bad, really, if you just take them as what they are. My favourite is the one I can't remember right now. Sean Connery. You Only Live Twice. It's just so brilliant. There's something about it. The set pieces and the way they do the filming, and the music's amazing as well. That's always been my favourite. That's kind of a once a year watch, which is unusual for a film for me.
I've got to resist saying what I want to say. Sorry, I've just looked at an email there. I shouldn't have done.
All right.
That can wait till after. I think that one particular. There's not a lot of dialogue in it. It's just a lot of action and doing stuff. And
it's quite actiony. Yeah. I think I like it because it's in Japan as well, which is cool. But there's a scene, if you remember it, at the docks where he runs across the rooftops fighting.
Yeah.
And it's just brilliant, really cleverly done.
And I think that's why probably those ones were the better ones. Actually, the new
ones are pretty good.
One of the better ones, and it never gets what the credit it deserves, is on Her Majesty's Secret Service, which is the one that
Sean Connery.
It was the one that what's his name?
That's Lazenby.
Yeah, George Lazenby did. It's really good. It's a really good film. But
that would be a fairly serious one, I should think, because it was pretty close to the books, and the films aren't really close to the books.
And I think that's what makes it the better movie.
Yeah.
It's hard because it's his first one, so you're getting used to him being James Bond, but it's a good film.
It's his first and only one.
Yeah,
he didn't get a second one, did he?
Nobody liked him.
Yeah. I think maybe American.
And the worst one's You Only Live Twice.
That's the worst one, the Sean Connery one.
Yeah, the one where he comes back.
You don't like it?
Kim Basinger.
Oh no, that's something else.
Oh no, sorry, which one's that? Never Say Never Again, sorry, is the one that he comes back.
Yeah, but that wasn't an official James Bond film, was it?
I think it was, but it's awful.
Yeah.
It's awful, he's far too old.
I don't remember that one at all, actually.
He comes back and it's set. Oh, what's a bit? Who's in it? I think that's the one with Kim Basinger in, with the guy on the boat.
Right.
I can't actually remember what he's trying to do. I think he's trying to take over the world.
Always.
That narrows it down, doesn't it?
Look how good that stream is at the moment. Very good.
But still, that's a little montage of James Bond films. But it was, I just, it must have been just the bit I switched it on. So they do a bit in that where, what's her name? The girl comes out to sea. I can't remember what her name is. The girl that's in X-Men, that plays Storm,
Right.
and it is a sort of
Doctor No,
homage to Doctor No.
It's a reverse Doctor No.
With
Well,
Ursula-
Doctor No actually had it that way.
Ursula
But then,
Andress coming out of the water. It is that, but
then, Daniel Craig did that as well when he came out of the water.
Yeah.
So it was kind of balanced it.
she comes out of the water and they meet, and it's just 20 minutes of innuendo both ways. Don't get me wrong, it's both ways. She's doing it back, but I go,
Right.
gee, we don't need this. And he's smoking a great big cigar, and you can see where that's going to go with the innuendo. His extra strong mojito.
Do you want to hold it for me?
I think he probably says that in it.
Yeah. Oh well. They're alright, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're alright
they're
for
funny.
a Saturday afternoon.
What's good about them is that they are really naff, but people can still send them up and make them more naff.
Mm-hmm. Right, where am I? It's a good mission.
Austin
Question.
Powers was brilliant.
Yeah.
That was one.
Dan, you saw the Netflix series he did as well?
Yes.
About the secret base, or whatever we call it.
Very close to Austin Powers, that in a way, isn't it?
Oh, it was, but it was back to true form though. It was really cleverly done.
It was. I
And
liked it.
Some of the ways the innuendo was there, but also there was some clever ideas too.
Yeah, but there's innuendo that's funny and it fits, and there's innuendo that's just shoehorned in to be innuendo.
Mm.
He does innuendo really well. He's a comic actor, and he knows how to do innuendo. That's all I'll say. He's good.
Yeah, it's true. Watched I don't know if you've seen it, Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler.
No, I haven't seen that.
It's worth watching. You'd like it, I think.
It's an
all
Adam
about,
Sandler film that's good.
Is it
That's
Adam
what we're
Sandler?
saying.
Yeah.
Are you
He's
sure it's
really
Adam Sandler?
It's either Adam Sandler or someone else. Hang on a sec.
Because I'm really surprised
it
you're
is.
recommending
No,
an
I think
Adam
it
Sandler
is.
film.
Only because he doesn't play himself in it at all, but he does actually act really well.
I've seen some good
It's
films
quite
with
a-
Adam Sandler.
It's quite a gritty film. I've probably got his name wrong completely now.
It's going to be Andy Garcia or someone like that, isn't it?
Yeah, Adam Sandler.
It is.
Yeah.
And what's
And
the
it's-
film?
But it's really worth it. It's on Netflix. It's called Uncut Gems.
All right, I shall dig it out and
It's worth.
watch it.
It's really sort of, if you think of the early '70s New York scene, New
Yeah.
York films, it's quite like that. He's not a cop or anything, but it's kind of a couple of days in his life, and it all just spirals right the way through the film. It's quite stressing as it keeps going. Liked it.
I'll watch an Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, it's not a comedy.
Look, can you see the join? See the join out there in the sea.
Oh, well, the satellite picture join.
Yeah.
They're useless, aren't they? Why can't they do it properly?
I don't know. Game you could knock up in an evening, isn't it?
I'd love to have the skills to be able to do anything like it. Because it'd be fascinating. But skills and resources, I think. We've got all this geographic data. Do you want it?
What can
That
we do?
would be cool.
What can we do with all this data that we've acquired?
That would be cool, wouldn't it? Thing I was watching last night was with SnowRunner. That was very funny. They got Zeke that hates car. Right, he literally said at the end of it, like, because he was getting more and more grumpy as it was going on to the point of losing his temper. He said, "I hate games that are car games. I hate games that don't have a plot, and generally, I hate slow games."
Right.
It's just literally and all the things and he was getting stuck in every bit of mud, which is what you do in snow runner, and it was driving him nuts. But there was 4 of them playing, and they basically got him as the fall. Well, no, he was a willing fall guy, but he did suffer a lot.
It's what happens in
very
snow runner if you don't have the right vehicle.
Yeah,
for the job.
he had a lot of that. He literally worked out that, because they played for about 5 hours, I think. We didn't watch it all.
Yeah.
But he worked out that he shouldn't have rushed off into this area that he hadn't done the rest of the map yet.
Yeah.
So he didn't have the tools for it, and he just died. But it was really funny, and actually reminded me of why SnowRunner was really good as well.
Yeah.
So we should get that out and do a multiplayer version of it. There's a whole Thunderbirds element about it as well, which is cool. So
Still a long way out. 82 nautical miles. Are you just flying around?
I'm going big circles. I'm actually drawing a bit of a bum in space.
You're drawing a bit of a bum.
Not deliberately, but let me show you. Let me find my mouse. There you go.
You can land if you want. Oh yeah, you have. Well, you call that a bum.
Well, okay, it could be something else. Probably actually that's better to think of. But I'm not sexist.
You're not sexist. Okay, so I've just lined up with the approach of the runway.
Okay.
84 knots to go.
84 miles.
Well, it's more than that. Sorry, 84 nautical miles. Yeah. Is a nautical mile bigger than a normal mile?
Shorter, I think.
Is
I think
it?
it's a little bit shorter. Yeah. This runway doesn't have a lot of marking on it, though. I'll just warn you before you get here.
Really? How long is it then?
Don't know. I'm just coming over it in a minute. Let's go have a look.
Well, I'm set for a visual approach. I'm only 2,000
I'm not
something
even sure where it
meters.
is.
Don't think
So it
this
should be on my right. I can't see it.
No, I didn't think it.
One of those.
A GPS.
Oh, there it is. I see it. It is tiny.
Well, I should have an easier job landing on it than you in the jet. So do you want to land?
Yeah, I'll do it. I shall come round and have a go. Why not? Over to my right.
Maybe I've been.
If you could just about see
Maybe
it.
that's another lesson learnt tonight. Maybe I've been trying to bite off too much bandwidth for both of us. Because this looks fine at 4K.
It only shows up when you've got no bandwidth left. So that's fair enough.
Well, it's a safety margin for the evenings when
Yep.
things are
Well,
not as
it doesn't make
reliable
hasn't
as
made
they
any
should
difference. So that's it. Hey Ben, sorry I didn't see you on the chat there. World Tour, we are on leg 55.
be. 25.
25 even. So welcome aboard to the chat. Where are we now? Can't remember the name of it. Gwadar International. So we've left Dubai and we're basically sort of coming in for landings now. So if you're still around, that's what we do. My friend on the right hand side there is Grant's Games and Gear. You can follow him too. He does a bit of variety streamer as well, but he basically flight sim and some other things really. So that's cool.
Yes, indeed. Sorry, I was just trying to work out why I couldn't see that chat, and then I just remembered that we've got two streams going.
Yep.
Yeah.
So one of the marvels of technology today is we've now got our streams going where we've got co-stream. We've got co-stream going, and we've got 2 streams going on 2 channels. Or the screens going on 2 channels. I think that's the whole pack of things we were aiming to do. So, and we've got it after a bit of a hiccup earlier. We've got a bit of we've got it nice and stable again as well, which is cool. So I'm just coming round out to the sea to attempt some sort of landing in this jet. Ben says nice, sounds good.
Excellent, thank you, Ben. It's been a battle.
It does look pretty good now, to be honest, now we've settled the tech.
Oh, well, I don't think I'm going to bother trying to stream the dual stream at 6,000.
No, don't need it. This plane has got a serious middle bar that gets in the way of everything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure some of these planes you just land it using the instruments. I think the windows are there just for decoration.
Yeah. You do only have to look forwards, I suppose, if you're honest with yourself. But that does involve being lined up with something. That would help. Right. Where am I? 2,000 feet. Dropping speed down slowly. I'm trying to pull myself around onto the runway. Rather harshly. I think I'm gonna go over Ian. It's actually quite hard to line up with. Is that it? No. Okay. Keep going. I'm not sure this is a famous world tour though, Ben. Go. It's only in our heads.
What, a world tour? Well, it'll be a world tour if we manage to get all the way round eventually.
Oh, yeah, obviously we're going to have, I don't know, pack dogs meet us or something. I don't know what that would be.
Pack dogs?
I don't know, the first thing that came into my head was I'd like to be met by a pack of wolves wherever I land. The problem is we landed in Clacton, so it's not quite right, is it?
No.
All right, let's see what we can do here. I think I'm going to have trouble getting the speed off.
500.
My wheels down? I think they are. Of course, you can check outside to see if your wheels are down. That's totally real. Oh, I'm going to put my feet on the rudders. That might be useful.
200.
Which airport did I say we was landing at? Gwadar International. Not Gwadar
yeah,
International,
Gwadar.
is it?
It is.
And it's a little
Not
runway.
international, though. Yeah, no, I'm going to fly past. But it is tiny. But that scenery pack would actually make quite a difference. So maybe it is worth it for £5.
OPJI.
Right.
OP Guwani. No, it is OPGD I should be landing at.
You should be landing at. I can't see it.
Are you at the right airport?
Yeah, OPGD.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why is it called OPGD International?
Because people have delusions of grandeur.
Oh, it wants me to land at runway 24. Nice. That's not the runway I'm heading for.
There is no runway 24.
There is.
I thought it was 260.
There's a runway 06 and a runway 24.
Oh, there is a 24, yeah. Okay, I could come in on that one. That would be easier for me.
500.
I've got the usual, I don't care what ATC wants, I'm doing it. Also, this jet was great to get here quick, but it actually took a bugger to slow down. I think flaps might come into it.
Quickly change that on the sat nav. Is that gonna do it for me? Interesting now. See what that's gonna do. Yeah, you certainly have to learn your instruments.
Yeah.
Just changed my approach on the instruments. Where is that taking me?
You think you need it. I think I'm just going to steer it by eye.
I don't think that's right.
You'll be heading for some mountains probably if you're going in from there. Because there is some mountains in the background. probably the right place to be. Oh, take your foot off the rudder.
Yeah, I think I'll do the last bit by eye.
There's no lights on the runway. It's literally just a bit of concrete. And there is a windsock. That helps.
That helps.
It helps it find it, because it's just literally a blob. I suppose I could have done something better than that.
Let's see as that's helping. Could land at OPGI.
It would be in a different place.
I'll get a bus.
Oh, yeah. That's a good plan. The desert.
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Now there's an actor we were talking about the other week. He was good in that.
Who was?
So Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. I can't remember who it's made by,
it's
but that's Terence Stamp, and the other guy we was talking about, Guy.
But you know,
Guy
Terence
Pearce.
Stamp is kind of the worst one. I really like Terence Stamp, but he does play himself a lot.
So he was.
It is quite short, isn't it?
He was General Zod playing a drag queen then in that. Is that what you're saying?
Ben Bengo's just pointed out it's quite a short runway. He's right.
Well, I'm nowhere near it yet.
It was sold to us as international, which is a bit of a lie. Well, it's international. Every airport is international, I suppose. I'm not going to land here. This is going to go wrong.
Well, you're landing a jet, so it's going to be harder for you. Oh dear, that's fast.
Yeah, I'm not coming in.
I'd slow down a bit if I was you.
I'll tell you what, though, the undercarriage is really long because it made a noise. It's quite hard.
Oh well, I might be
It
there.
does look smooth. If nothing else, it does look smooth.
I might be there then by the time you land.
I think you might actually. I might just end the stream and walk off.
I'm still 57 nautical miles away. Gee, this is taking forever.
Don't say landing gear. I'm not that low. Oh, I am actually that low.
I think I might actually just ignore air traffic control and land on runway 06.
I think you can do what you like. Less than 2,000 meters. Yeah, we didn't look at that before we took off. That was great. Well, actually, when I took off, I didn't take off
It's
with a jet.
5,000 feet long. Isn't it?
It don't look like it. It doesn't look like it in real life.
It says 5,001 by 73 feet asphalt. So I'm assuming the length is 5,001 and the width is 73
Yeah,
feet.
it does say that, but 100. I think I need to pull up a bit. Busy looking at the map, booting it. I'm just going to fly around for the rest of my life. It's easier than landing. Unless this plane suddenly decides it's really good at landing on dirt, it might get that treatment.
It's really good at landing on dirt.
Yeah, because there's literally nothing to help you line up, and it just sort of blends in.
Well, it's the
Maybe we
runway
should
itself, isn't it?
It's just so grey on grey. Challenge. The challenge. Ben's just saying it's going to be a challenge. I think he's right, but also it's yeah.
Well, what's your flap speed in that aeroplane?
It's probably about 100, something like that. I'm using the flaps to slow down.
I've got a fuel low warning come up now.
Oh, my fuel's at 10%. Just noticed.
I might be.
So that's good.
I might be crashing before I get there anyway.
I think we've been here before as well, haven't we?
Yeah. Right, I'm just talking to air traffic control, saying I do not have enough fuel to come around to the other runway.
Don't have enough life left. Yeah, I think this time's the last time. There's no way around it. It's the last time. No way around it. Let's follow this road. Roads always go to airports.
I think you could seriously get your speed down to about 120 knots.
Yeah, I probably could.
Have you got the air brake wired up?
No. Could do reverses. That would be exciting.
You've probably got an air brake lever if you look on your next to your throttle.
Yeah. It's all right. I've just put the air brakes on.
There you are. You have. Have you?
Yeah,
Actually?
it's the flaps.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what we can do.
Now up your throttle a little bit to stop your stall, and you can manage your speed on your throttle now.
Might do.
You ain't got your wheels down yet, have you?
No.
Your speed's going to suddenly drop when you drop your wheels.
That's the extra bit of brakes.
I think if you maintain around 100 knots, you should be fine because you can drop that speed off as soon as you land. That's a nice angle.
I've got to find the runway first. God, you can really feel the difference though. The plane does not want to be doing this.
No, they don't like going slowly. Yeah, upping your speed.
Did it? I think it just auto boosted the engines as well, just because it thought I was going to die. I don't blame it.
Where is the runway? To your left.
Straight in front of me now. Nearly. Alright. Sorry for doing this from the outside, but it's really hard to see. Line-up's not great. Not bad. I've got a fair chance. This time. So I'm not lined up with it. I'm going to turn towards it.
You got your wheels down now?
Yep. I can feel me dropping. That's all right. 100 odd knots. That's about right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just as you get over the runway, you can drop the engines and you should touch down.
Yeah, that's how it works every time.
Sorry, I'm not meaning to teach you this.
No, it's literally how it doesn't work every time.
But you was going far too fast the last time I watched you.
Yeah, I need to speed up a little bit. I feel like I'm falling
That's
outside.
certain death.
No, I'm going outside. Whoa, look at this. It's not happening. I'm dead. Oh well.
Right, everybody.
Farewell.
That's how you don't land. Let's see if I can do part 2 of how you don't land.
Ben's used to this.
Ben's
Just
used to
pathetic,
it.
Really.
Keep watching, Ben. Keep watching. I'm on.
This was me wasting time while I was waiting for Grant to turn up.
Crashing is a damn cool waste of time.
You know, you've still got a way to go to the runway, haven't you?
Yeah. I'm
going to spend a week in hospital here before we move on to our next route.
I think we're going to have to find.
I think I just lost about 3 million quid as well on the route.
Well, crashing that what longitude jet that you was in?
Yeah, it's probably more than 3 million.
More like 35, I think.
Oh well, I'm rich. Game over, man. Game over.
Landing gear.
I'd like to say it was going so well, but it really wasn't.
It really wasn't.
It really wasn't at all. Let's think. Did anything go right on that flight? Really?
Stream looks good now.
The stream went well. And even that had 3 starts. Ah well, it's only a game. I'm gonna go play No Man's Sky instead.
Go on, I can show you playing No Man's Sky while I'm flying.
No,
That'd be two different games at the same time. That'd be curious.
I know my controllers are downstairs anyway. So. Well, No Man's Sky had a nice update today. They've introduced a new a robotic race, which has been quite good, and the freighters now can attack each other.
Right.
But, and a new storyline for that new race, so that's something to do. And then Baldur's Gate. I haven't had time for the last 3 days, but I might get back to that because we're pushing on. I'm trying to build up my team's got really poor XP. Need to get a bit more XP and boost them up a bit because they're starting to pick fights they can't win. That's
right.
not clever.
Starting to pick fights they can't win.
Well, the person in charge of the team is picking fights they can't win. But it's a really, I think it's just a really good game. It's a good story and everything. So that's a good one. And then Starfield next week, I think. A week off next. And that I would recommend you get Game Pass for, because you get Starfield, you get you get City Skylines, the new one as well. So there's nearly 140 quid you don't have to spend.
Yeah.
And basically pays for the sub for the next year and a half.
It does.
So the only thing I think you just got to get over. I think Starfield's fine because that's not likely to be a game you play forever. City Skylines is a bit different because you're gonna want to add mobs to that. But I think if you can resist, it's fine as a game on its own. So that's cool. What else is coming out? There's quite a bit at the moment actually. Kind of all bunched up in September. So I signed up for Game Pass again the other day. Yes, not yesterday, the day before. Don't get a free trial anymore though. Because unless you sign up, only if you sign up with a new account. They only give you 14 days now as well, rather than the old trick of £1 every now and again gives you another month.
Yeah.
It's only, I think it's $7.99. It's not terrible. Probably, I don't know. Flight Sim's a weird one, isn't it? Because you kind of would own it because you buy so much stuff for it.
Yeah.
But would it matter if you rented the game but bought? If you know you're going to rent Game Pass forever?
Yeah.
Does it matter? Does it matter if you rent in the software? Because you get a discount on the actual game stuff as well.
I don't know.
I just can't.
I don't know.
50-50 on it, because at some point next year we're going to have 2024, and I suspect we're not going to get. We're going to have that decision: do we spend 70 quid or whatever for 2024, or do we rent it? We do play it enough to buy it. But
I think I'll end up buying it, but we'll see. But then I didn't end up buying it for ages. You bought it long before I did.
Yeah, I did, because it was a deal. And that was my argument at the time was, if I own it, I'll play it properly. Whereas if I rent it, I probably won't. It's really strange.
I'm not convinced.
It's no different. Still the same software, isn't it? So,
I'm not convinced I haven't just flown past the airport.
well, I'll be surprised. What does NAV map say to you?
Good question.
Don't recognise the coastline you're on. Oh, actually, that hooky bit is where the airport is. So you've got like the T-shaped land on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Just inside that bay is where it is.
I'm just not heading towards it, am I?
No, you're going off into the distance.
It's over to the right somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah. It's pretty, but it's actually pretty straight on to where you are. Maybe. What does nav map say?
Nav map says I was missing it.
Oh, right. No, Bengo's saying he'd probably end up buying it after seeing some reviews. I think 2024 is going to be, there's a lot of core code that's going into it, or at least the devs are saying where it'll be more multi-threaded, which is a big deal for us people with AMDs. But I don't suppose it's going to mean we don't have to buy a new kit next year. Could probably do. I don't know. If all you ever do is flight sim, then just buy it, I suspect. But if you want to play other games occasionally, Game Pass is a really good deal.
Is that the runway down there? It's really hard to tell.
That rock, between you and that rock, is about right.
There is something
about
down
where it
there
is.
to the left that looks like it could be a runway.
Yeah. But they are saying that anything you've bought inside from the marketplace on 2020 will work on 2024. We've bought a few things that are external to it, maybe not, but any of the planes and things you've got should be okay.
Yeah.
And that's the problem if you buy them. I don't know, actually, because this is all bought under a Microsoft account, it probably just gets transferred.
Right.
Yeah, I think Bengo's saying that if he used it on Game Pass for a while and then bought it afterwards, I think that's a good plan as well, because you could fly it and then just take your as long as you stick with the Microsoft version of it rather than buying it on Steam.
Yeah.
You should be okay. Actually, I think it's all under the Microsoft account, so I don't think it matters. Because even when you add things to this, you have to add currency from Steam to buy it. So you're still buying it from the marketplace. We don't know. All nicely lined up now. Give show me up. Just wave to my wreckage again.
I'm waving to your wreckage.
I'm going, it's bloody hot here actually. Do a good job. Turn my game's in there making noises.
$69er X-ray, you are not cleared to land.
I don't care.
Clear the runway.
That was pretty good.
It's quite a long runway.
That's good.
If you land on it at the right speed.
Is it?
Yeah.
I dispute this. I dispute it fully.
$69er X-ray contact ground.
Got the right number.
I've kind of worked it out though. I'm really good, but when Bingo comes on,
Yeah.
it's always then that he'll go wrong. Obviously, one day he'll come on and just see a perfect string of flight. Nicely done, he said.
Thank you. It's all about getting that speed right.
Oh, it always is. These guys have been sitting out on the runway for years.
Yeah, I'm going to park there. You can have my plane, guys.
Do you want to fill up?
No. I'll fill up before I go. I don't know what that is supposed to be.
I think it's a bit weak that I'm using you as an excuse, Ben.
What's that?
He's saying he's a bad omen. I think history will prove you wrong. Ah well.
Right.
You got your landing lights on. That's cool.
I've got my landing lights on.
You've got some lights on. Doesn't matter. Just noticed. That wasn't too bad flight, considering all the mechanical issues.
Engines off.
I've got to work out one of the things that happened during the stream, Ben, was my throttle quadrant, the knob where you rotate for headings and things, decided it would only work anti-clockwise from an hour on. So I think the PC needs a reboot. Yeah, and I have got the third-party drivers. But anyway,
Which is right, I think. Spedix is still running mine.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm still in two minds.
Is that a 20 quid forever?
It's a 20 quid. It's a 20 quid forever with 12 months free updates.
Okay.
Meaning,
So not really then.
not really forever. It's a sort of a bit of a faff because after 12 months you're allowed to run the last version you had, but you're not allowed to upgrade it to the latest version. So that's not what I call a lifetime license, because it isn't.
Depends. Well, it depends. Yeah, it depends how many
How often
how
it
many
gets
times they
updated.
update. Yeah, and whether it makes a real difference if they do. But that's pretty much traditional software license now, isn't it?
Well,
unless you rent it completely.
It's me sitting in the middle of the desert.
Cool.
So, yeah, that wasn't a
I think
bad.
we'll wrap up.
I was quite pleased with that landing.
Enjoy your day tomorrow.
Thank you very
It'll be
much.
fun. And night to everyone. And I'm going to go and I think I'm going to go and break out some Baldur's Gate
Good night, everyone.
because that game likes me.
Good night.
See you later. Bye now.